Fix my bowl. And one thing I'm noticing about your work, you guys, is your objects are too proportional to your characters. Remember, this is a small character with a large object and they're interacting some way. So I tried kind of drawing this bowl, but it was too much struggle for drawing a bowl. So I want to show you a cheat you can do in Photoshop with objects. So if you see here, I've selected a bowl from the internet and dragged and dropped that image to my desktop. I'm going to drag that image over and just drop it in here. And remember, I want to make this bowl significantly larger, but not so large that like I don't believe it anymore. Okay, so make it maybe just a little bigger. And I'm going to turn the opacity on this layer down. You can see the bowl layer is here. So I can kind of, oops, too much. Place it right there. And I'm going to make a new layer for this above this image. So I'm going to hit enter to place it. It's going to cover up a little bit more of my cat's ear, but I'm okay with that for now, and we'll play with that. And I'm going to call this bowl trace. Remember to always label everything. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to come to my brush. I'm on a hard round pressure size, which is fine because this bowl is very sleek, so a sleek brush will work. I'm going to up my smoothing a little bit because I want to be really accurate. And I know I'm going to put in noodles and stuff later, but I'm just going to come in and get that first line. And then remember, I can use my hand tool to, I should be able to rotate this somehow. It's not working. So I'm just going to make it work. I think maybe because I have too many layers. So I'm going to come in here and figure out where I want to start. I'm just going to come around. And I'm just getting the flow of it. So when we are drawing and we need to adjust, we sometimes have to do things multiple times. Okay, not perfect yet. Okay, that one's better. I'm gonna just try to, okay. So now I have my outline. I'm gonna turn this off. You can see I have been working on the outline of the cat. This is all gonna get covered up when I color it in. And so then, you know, I need to create my chopsticks. I could go get a picture of chopsticks if I needed to. And I'm thinking my chopstick lines are too thick. So I'm just going to come in here. And I'm going to bring this down a little. Now, if you think about how small a chopstick really is versus how big a cat really is, you're starting to see the point here. And I want to just avoid having things go off the page. That was my problem with my original sketch. So I'm just kind of drawing in these chopsticks. And then drawing in my noodles. And of course, I'm going to have to come in with an eraser. Kind of erase some lines. So I can see the noodle better. Right? So working. And this is part of that revising thing we've been talking about, is how do we make our drawings better and not just trace what we've already done, but improve upon it as we draw. Make this a little bit smaller inside here because it's further away. And then cleaning up these areas. And then later I can just merge this down onto my outline layer. Don't have to do that today. And I'm just trying to perfect that. When you're using your eraser, you might want to also, when you're smoothing up, I'm not sure I like this erasing, but I'm going to keep working at it. So I'll go back and redo it. So it's a process of back and forth, revise and refine, but that's one way you can bring in an image and trace if you're having trouble just getting that really accurate drawing. Then of course you got to neaten it up in places.